So you've been to Ghana for 10 days with the Burton Albion Community Trust. Talk us through what you kind of did on that trip.
So the trip, 15 of us went, a real mix of characters, real mix of experiences, from teachers to people working within professional organisations, to young leaders and those that are involved in the trust. So we did have quite a few apprehensions, it's fair to say, when we went across. We got there, there was a massive panic when we got there, as the airport was something that I don't think any of us has experienced before, in terms of the sheer amount of people that were there. There wasn't really the structures that are in place in Western airports, and I think that was the start of the group really coming together. From that moment on, the strength of the group, the coordination of the group, and ultimately the projects that we were given ended up being such a success due to the fact that the makeup of the group was really strong. The projects that were delivered whilst we were there, so we were split into two. So one group went and renovated 2 classrooms, so went to a local primary school, renovated 2 classrooms, so completely painted and decorated both inside and outside. Put up new displays, took over a lot of primary education tools which were donated to us, and really made a massive difference within the school environment. Another group went over and they were part of a building team, so they went across and built a new structure at another school, which I'm led to believe is going to be a new classroom eventually. So they've really made a long-lasting difference by putting in the bricks. They were making the concrete bases, and hard work in 30+ degrees heat. And yeah, overall, we were really proud of the efforts that everyone did and everyone made.
When you've got 15 people, you talk about the kind of mix of people and characters. How important is it for everyone to kind of bond in the way they did? Yeah,
we did a number of team building type activities prior. So we did a lot of group fundraising. So we went to different places. We did match day collections, we did race nights, we did curry nights, we did little get-togethers. So it wasn't the first time people met when we got to the airport. So we did a lot of work prior to that, working on relationship building and things. However, being with people in a third world country for 12 days is completely foreign to a lot of people. So it was difficult to ensure that relationships, especially between some of the younger members of the group and some of the older members of the group, were managed properly. But again, I can't fault anyone, and everyone represented the trust, the club, and also themselves in such a positive way that it enabled us to go out and make a real difference.
It's not as though you kind of just decided one day to go to Ghana. There's been a lot of preparation and hard work, kind of fundraising before, hasn't there?
Yeah, there has. It's been really a 12-month programme. So we had initial conversations with other clubs, including Derby County, who visit Kenya year on year. And it's something that we've been wanting to do over the last couple of years. We've spoken to African Adventures and put a real strong marketing and promotion plan together, which included a lot of group fundraising. Each member's had to raise £2,500, which is not easy, so everyone's had to do that voluntarily, and we've been really lucky with the sponsors that we've had. So we've received a whole host of support throughout the local community, which has been fantastic, and we're really proud of that, and that did help with the initial fundraising. But the group over the last 12 months has really again shown some real strong attributes in ensuring that everyone hit their targets. Those that might have been struggling for whatever reason, we rallied together, made sure that we put on enough group fundraising activities, we put on enough different things and different activities to collate the money and make sure that we all hit our targets. So it has been it's been a 12-month process. It's not just been 12 days going away, having a bit of a jolly and having a good time. It's been hard work. It was hard work over there, but ultimately some of the finance that we have received is now going to be spent locally. So a proportion of the money is going to be spent on our social inclusion programme, Albion to Engage. So it will make a difference to our local communities as well, which is a massively important part of the trip.
Not a lot of people manage to do the kind of trip or the experience you've been on. When you look back at what you've done, how rewarding is it to think that you've genuinely changed the lives of a lot of people across the world?
Yeah, from a personal point of view, the trip's something that I've always wanted to do, but for whatever reason, I've never managed to do. And just going over there and seeing the smiles on children's faces, the smiles on families' faces, they're so pleased and they're so happy to see you, and they have got literally nothing, but they are the happiest people I've ever met. I've learned probably more from them than they have from me in that sense. They don't take things for granted. They've got a completely different lifestyle in terms of time management, in terms of deadlines, in terms of work rate. But in many ways, it's something that we should follow. It's very family and friend orientated. It's about making people happy, keeping people that are close to you happy. And they're some of the things that I've tried to bring back from Ghana and bring hopefully back into both my professional and personal life. And because I think it is important for myself to learn different things about the trip as well.